Today we stand here almost 2 years to the day of calling for public reforms and adding more transparency to our contract process. In 2 years, the Republican majority and the county executive, our concerns, the concerns of taxpayers throughout this county has fallen on deaf ears. In that 2-year time frame, we have seen Senator Skelos and his son, as part of the Abtec scandal, be convicted of their crimes. In that 2-year time frame, we have seen countless contracts that have gone through the county that have not seen the proper transparency or light of day in terms of independence. And also in that time frame, though everyone is deserving of their right to being innocent to proven guilty, we have seen the county executive be indicted. However, that has not moved the Republican majority. It has not moved the county executive to restore any resemblance of transparency and independence in this process. From the members that stand up here today have been willing to make sure that that independence is there. Again, the county has seen countless contracts. Our message is very simple. Reform and restore transparency and independence to this process. The 7 of us cannot do it alone. We need the Republican majority to do so. I don't know what else they need to see to ensure that we are not doing our fiduciary responsibility to guarantee that contracts receive a transparent and independent hearing. They'll identify some things that they have done, but none of them would speak to the volumes of preventing an Abtec from happening again, and none of them would address the accusations that the county executive has been endured. The reform starts today, and that is why we are going to be putting in over a series of months a greater amount of reforms to combat the public corruption that goes on in this building. Right now, it's important that we try to add as much transparency to this process, and it's unfortunate that during this process, the presiding officer, Norma Gonzalez, has not seen it fit to even call a hearing on this public corruption that's occurring. To me, it's evident that either you want to be a part of restoring and reforming the process, or you're just going to drive the public corruption getaway car and hope nobody is looking. We can no longer stand for it. Nassau County residents, taxpayers in this county can no longer afford that the Republican mismanagement and heights of not looking at the contract reform that's necessary. That being said, I'm going to ask my colleague, Delia Dirigian, to share some comments.
Thank you. You might wonder why we're having a press conference today, since this has been put in a while ago and we've been asking for it over and over. And this might not be protocol, but I actually overheard our presiding officer, Norma Gonzalez, say that to Kavan and I that we should call for a hearing for the IG. This was about 3 weeks ago. And the bottom line is, I believe that the administration also realizes that the only thing that's going to stop this corruption is to have an independent inspector general who has the power to subpoena records, come down and just take care of it once and for all. All these little band-aids that we've been putting in, really, like Minority Leader just mentioned, they would not stop any of the corruption that's already happened. Honestly, even term limits wouldn't stop the corruption, because this was within the term limit time that all this happened. Again, it's really the one answer is the IG. I overheard that we were told that we hadn't called for a hearing, so if there was any question in anyone's mind, we're calling for it now. And I truly believe we had over 4,000 signatures on a procurement issue, and if that's not calling for at least a hearing with 4,000 of our residents signing a petition, I don't know what else we could do. I mean, here we are standing on the steps one more time. We're asking our counterparts in the Nassau County Republican legislators to sign on with us. Again, this has nothing to do with partisan issues. This is good government. And how we're standing here day after day reading the news and not doing something about it, I don't understand how they wouldn't choose to be part of this as well. So again, we would like to have a hearing. We would like to have our counterparts sign on, and we are absolutely ready to do it right now. So to delay it any further, in my opinion, it's irresponsible.
Legislator Salatis.
Thank you very much. I want to thank my leader for holding this press conference outside today. What a great day to be outside. But this is more than just reforming and restoring a particular amendment or resolution that we would like to see for our county. This is about reforming and restoring our reputation as a county. Unfortunately, due to all of this just this lack of transparency and all of this, all of the indictment and the possibility or just the perception of corruption, things are not getting done. The people's work, leaders, elected officials that were chosen by the people cannot get the county's job done because of this unfortunate cloud of doubt over Nassau County. And so this is about reforming and restoring our reputation and our integrity. Thank you.
I just want to echo my colleagues here that we want government in Nassau County to be transparent. We want our constituents, our citizens, all the residents of Nassau County to feel that they have a government that is responsible to them, that they can believe in, that's honest, and everything we do is on board. We want to run government in the way it should be. Both sides need fair shares in getting their thoughts heard. A hearing is the place to start. Let's get everything out there. We've had thousands of signatures on a petition already. Speaking to people, everybody who has signed is in favor of having this independent inspector general position, and I think that it's time for a hearing. We want our government to be restored, to be a government for the people. Thank you.
The worst example of poor government is the erosion of the public trust, and that is what has occurred here in Nassau County. To have the public not have trust in its elected officials is a horrible thing, and we are here today to try to put pressure to get our Republican counterparts to see that we need to reform this system, to build back the trust and the confidence that the taxpayers deserve. And getting the Inspector General in place is the first step toward rebuilding that trust and that public confidence.
Legislator Arnie Drucker.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'd just like to add that I believe that we must have a hearing, because over the last couple of years I've heard our colleagues in the majority banter about the Commissioner of Investigations being the same as the Inspector General. And I would say that if we had an opportunity to vet this bill on the floor, they would clearly see that there's a distinct difference between the two. One illustration would be that the Inspector General would have their own resources. They have their own inspectors, their own investigators. Currently, the Commissioner of Investigations is using they're using the investigators out of the county attorney's office. I would argue that that in itself does not allow for independence. So we must have a hearing, we must have an opportunity to vet this bill on the floor and give the county residents what they need. Thank you.
Proud to stand here with my Democratic colleagues today in renewing our call for an independent Inspector General. And I think today it's appropriate because our current county executive, the trial date was set today for his indictment stemming from questionable contracting processes. And I don't understand why the majority is taking so long. Why are they stonewalling? Why are they afraid of another layer of scrutiny? I think it's high time that we get this done. Thank you. And I echo what Arnie says, it's really time to start restoring trust in government.
I think just to summarize, obviously, at this juncture, we have seen hundreds of contracts that have come through the Rules Committee, and our Republican colleagues in the majority, as well as the county executive, have not seen fit that in light of everything that Nassau County residents are reading and seeing in the news, that they believe that the option to do nothing or to do very little is acceptable to the people of Nassau County. And we're here to say, the seven of us collectively, that it cannot be acceptable. And we cannot move forward with bonding or anything along those lines when we know full well that fuels a system of political patronage and potential corruption. That being said, I'll be happy to answer any questions.
Two things come on. One, is this the only bill you guys are reintroducing at least immediately?
Yes, at this
So the other measures that you previously introduced, you're not, it's not immediately reintroducing?
No. I mean, the IG one is the most important one because that adds a level of independence that's never been here in this county. But we're also going to re-engage with our other measures.
And the second is, in terms of the bonding, are you guys, so you're prepared to continue to block the capital borrowing projects?
Yes, collectively as a group, we are prepared to block them.
And obviously, legislator Curran, since you voted in the past, are you considering any more authorizations on that?
I am not.
Okay, so at this point, what you previously approved is it.
Is there anybody on the other side of the aisle that needs that is sympathetic to you and would like to distance themselves from what is going on?
Well, I don't want to.
Everything go through Norma's office. Is that how it works?
Unfortunately, anything in regards to a hearing or any of our bills seeing the light of day being called in the legislature goes through normal process. I can't speak to any of their members having been sympathetic, but I just say, regardless of what the seven of us think, I'm sure they're hearing it from their residents, their constituents, their taxpayers. No one is happy. I mean, I don't go to an event where people don't share with me their thoughts on what's going on in Nassau County. Nassau County has a cloud, and right now we have not done enough to remove that cloud by adding the level of independence. Someone that is separate of the legislature, separate of the county executive that's reviewing these contracts and how we procure in this county. We have not done that. No one can challenge that position. Right now, every single contract does not see the level of scrutiny it deserves in order for it to have the air of caution as well as independence.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.